Uber is worth over $150 billion dollars, and it doesn't own a single car. Not one. Let that sink in for a second, because the reason behind it is one of the smartest business moves ever made. Imagine you want to start a taxi company. Normal plan: buy cars, hire drivers, rent garages, pay for insurance, and pray people show up. Sounds logical, right? It's also a money pit. Now imagine someone looks at the same problem and asks one different question: what if I owned zero cars? That single question built one of the biggest companies on earth. When Uber launched in 2009, it wasn't trying to be the world's biggest taxi fleet. It was trying to be the fastest way to connect a person who needs a ride with a person who already has a car. Tiny difference on paper, massive difference in reality. Here's why traditional taxi companies struggle to scale. Every car is an expense. Every new city means buying more vehicles before earning a single rupee. Growth is slow, risky, and expensive. Uber skipped all of it. No fleet, no garages, no insurance headaches, just an app. And the app didn't lose value sitting in a garage, it got more valuable every single day. Here's the part most people miss. Every new driver made the app better for riders, faster pickups. Every new rider made the app better for drivers, more money to earn. One side fed the other. This is called a network effect, and it's the closest thing to a cheat code in business. Think of it like a party. First person there, dead, boring, empty. 50 people in, suddenly everyone wants to be there. That's exactly how Uber grew. It didn't need to convince every rider one by one, forever. The bigger it got, the more it sold itself. Compare that to a restaurant. Want double the customers? You need a bigger kitchen, more staff, more ingredients. Everything scales with you. Uber broke that rule. New city? It didn't need to buy a single car, drivers already had them. That's why it could expand at a speed no taxi company could ever match. Now, Uber wasn't free to run. Billions went into tech, safety, legal battles, and marketing. But notice where the money went? Not into owning cars, into making the platform smarter. Because Uber understood something most businesses never figure out. Sometimes the product isn't the thing, it's the connection. And once you see it here, you start seeing it everywhere. Airbnb doesn't own hotels. YouTube doesn't make most of its videos. Amazon doesn't manufacture most of what it sells. Same trick. Different industry. They didn't try to own everything. They built the bridge between people who already had what someone else needed. Now, this isn't a rule for every business. A bakery still needs an oven. A farmer still needs land. But if your value comes from connecting people instead of owning everything yourself, you can grow in a way traditional businesses physically can't. So next time you open the Uber app, you're not using a transportation company, you're using a marketplace that became famous for a product it never had to buy. And maybe that's the real lesson. The fastest growing businesses don't always win by owning more. They win by connecting what already exists before anyone else thinks to.